It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, starting at verse 2, and it reads, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." Verse 3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail," which Babylon the Great, aka America, is the modern day Egypt. "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols. They shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." The particular elder from Texas always going into how people so bugged out nowadays. They pretty much going to get into witchcraft and sorcery, especially 2/3 of our nation. Because at the end of the day, it's a heavy presence and spirit of witchcraft in this place, because this place is not truly founded on the scriptures. It's founded on Freemasonry. Verse 4, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Kol Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, and the land of other nations appearing like the other nations, and who subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. Brother, yo, what's up? I'm at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power. How about Shem Yahushua? This lesson is inspired by a video I saw on Newsbreak, and it's just pretty much going into a lot of protests because of individual Elon Musk and pretty much rulership. Like the elder was saying something yesterday. I can't remember the name of the video, but I was talking to this particular female. The elder said, "You have my blessing, get you an Edomite woman." Anyway, long story short, she's spiritual though, but long story short, she was saying how you can clearly see that Trump is not ruling. And this is a person that's lightweight. Everybody believe in the Lord until the Lord requires you to do certain things. You know how that shit go. That's what is really going, this sifting, this test is really going to affect these people that really think they're believers when they don't even want to give up, and sacrifice for the Lord while we still is in the green tree. So let alone, that's why it make a lot of sense that, the straight gate and how the world to come is made for few while this world was made for many. A lot of people ain't about to ready to suffer the straight gate. But then again, only the Lord know who ready and who ain't and whatnot. You got men that's, been doing the truth and been doing the work for years, but, it's going to be men that's going to, the elder always said, and when I listen to him say it, he's saying it in a particular kind of way because, it's the truth. Again, you don't know until you know, you know what I'm saying? And Peter thought he was ready for certain things, At the end of the day, it's called the great test and the great humbling for a reason. So I don't have that much time. My morning started off ridiculous and crazy. So what I'm gonna do is we'll play the video, probably pause and come back, and then take it from there. But fair use, fair use.
Several organizations held a Stop Elon Musk. protests outside a local Tesla dealership, several organizations held a Stop Elon Musk rally at the showroom in Lyndhurst this afternoon. Dozens of people held signs expressing their concerns about the power being granted to Musk by President Trump. This protest, one of many taking place at Tesla dealerships nationwide.
You know, and this is like kind of like throughout the whole country. You know, they protesting at many of his plants, and like I said again, it's spiritual because you got people that's not in the truth that the Lord put the spirit on to realize that this man, you know, Trump is the puppet. And it's funny because the elder been saying that as of lately, and then it's really being shown. You know, should they, you know, especially with the whole situation with Elon Musk and his son and the whole you shut up, you're not the president type shit. You know, and that could have been staged, but it really could have been just the Lord put the spirit on that little boy to say that. You know, and that was probably the most humblest he's been in a long time, because DJ Trump, just like 50 Cent and certain individuals, when you got a certain, you know, degree of power, you know, that goes to a person's head. It's the book of Mark chapter 3, and it's just showing you the division in this place. This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 24, and it reads, well, I'm going to read verse 23, and it reads, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Because pretty much they were trying to say Yahushua was pretty much healing through the power of Shantan. It says, verse 24, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Verse 25, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And you know, it's deep because the elders and certain brothers bring out that history about the tactic of Esau Edom is divide and conquer. So he's kept the tribes divided in order for him to rule, you know. And, you know, because that's is the truth of the matter. Like when a person is not at his full strength, you know, how much, you know, that's why the scripture's talking about coming in and binding the strong man. You know, that's why they got the man out the house, you know, and was able to pretty much destroy, you know, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, similar Indians, West Indians, and Haitians by giving and allowing the woman to rule, you know, ultimately to her detriment, you know. So Second Ezra talks about ultimately, you know, because these different rallies and protests and the harder times come, the more evil, because evil is a compound word, evil, Eve, time, ill, bad, the more bad times come. You know, this man going after Social Securities, all kind of shit. Like, I'm not going to go into too much detail since sometimes I'll be rambling, but at the same time, it's like, I remember, I forgot who said it, but an elder brother said, like, he's like, Satan throwing everything out here. And I can attest to that because I'm going through shit. People I know that's in my family going through shit. And it's just like a lot of love. I mean, if I bring up a particular situation, I'm like, this can't be nothing but Satan. This can't be nothing but Satan. This is some shit that's been going on since last year, and I wasn't made aware of it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? On something like this, and then, like, it's just funny. But that's Satan. You know, at the end of the day, you know, this shit is almost over with. I'm to the point now, I don't give a fuck if it, you know, if I'm not allowed to receive it, that be the will of the Lord. But at the same time, may the Lord may this be like, let the end come shortly afterward. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, money and all that little shit ain't going to save you no way. You know, the scriptures talk about in the book of Ezekiel, they're going to cast their silver and gold in the streets. You know, that's not going to save you. And I didn't realize that until recently, you know, just going through my different trials and tribulations and having to, you know, deal with it on my own. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, nor, so like they shall not regard their kings, nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And you right now you got like pretty much peaceful protests. You got, you know, right now these things are being done, you know, peacefully. They peacefully marching, but wait till, you know, certain things are going on in the grain tree. In the book of Luke talks about in the grain tree, these things are being done. So just imagine in the dry when these people, it's massive layoffs coming. You got to keep on thinking about that. There's massive layoffs coming. So therefore, you got them same government work. You know, brother used to always bring up that movie, Have Fun with Dick and Jane or whatever, with Jim Carrey. And, you know, that's based on a true story. Because pretty much they had lucrative jobs and they lost their jobs. And pretty much they was still going to get it because they wanted to maintain them lifestyles. So they started robbing, you know, on some Bonnie and Clyde type shit. So just imagine when half of America got that mindset. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know them lockdowns coming. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Did I say fair use with that video? Fair use. I didn't profit off of it. I'm just lining up the video with some scriptures. At the end of the day, you know, great tribulation is coming to this place for the great pride, you know. The scriptures talk about pride coming before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. You know, even with this place going down, these devils, I mean, he re-exhilarated that spirit of pride. You know, I was thinking about it, like saying, this old cracker at this job, you know, he probably never liked me. And then, like I said, I stopped speaking to him. That's just to show you the insanity of these people. You did me wrong, but then you feel some kind of way. Like, the fuck? That's how women think. You a bitch ass nigga for real. Like, and I'm trying to be as humble and peaceful as possible. My only thing was, don't say shit to me. What do you really have to say to me? You showed me what you think when you was gonna let me get fired for some shit that you told me to do. Like, it was just funny, like I say, but it wasn't funny. Cause I mean, you know, like I say, the spirit, I mean, we all about to be partaking in this. The difference between a man and the truth, or, you know, a believer and these worldly people, is we gonna trust it and pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but we gonna be feeling the effects of this too. We just are at a more of an advantage because we have hope and confidence and faith in the Heavenly Father, Abba Nawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, Yahweh meaning he is, he exists, or he to be. Ba'ashem meaning in the name, Yahweh Shah meaning he saves or he delivers. True names of the Most High God and His Son, who these people ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ, whose true name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So, you know, I just, you know, I'm going to end the lesson there, but, you know, you see what times in the end, you know what I mean? And like I said again, everybody see that it's really must behind this, you know. You know, the scriptures talk about the servant, the borrower being servant to the lender, you know, and the rich ruling over the poor. So, you know, you're really about to experience that in these coming, you know, months, and ultimately when they finally really truly enact that system. So with that, I'm going to end the lesson. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachah, Kodash, double honors to the elders and to the apostles who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, we're subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time, Lord willingly, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharallah, and Wak Lababah.